Welcome to another episode of Family Music Life Deconstructed. My name is Rich Latta. Today we're going to be talking about what inspired basketball dreams. This is a very special song, one of my favorites on the album. Something you can hear and visualize because I think it relates to a lot of people. I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. That's where basketball was invented. Kind of just grow up loving the game and playing in leagues from the time you're like a second grader until you quit, whether it's via injury, loss of interest, or you just move on. I spent a lot of hours at Dunbar and the Boys and Girls Club, the streets, and different parks, working on my game and hanging with my friends and competing. You know, it felt like not only an escape, like, hey, maybe one day I'll be good enough to be in the NBA, but it was an escape from the streets for lots of kids that have grown up there. Whether it was an indoor league, an outside league, AAU, the CYO church league, like you name it, I was there. Sometimes I was one of the best players on the team. Other times I couldn't get off the bench. And all in all, I had a very interesting basketball journey. Whatever team I was on, I was usually on the team with my best friend Andre, who was always a star player, but at the same time, like 100% loyal and encouraging to me, whether I was his next best player or I was stuck, riding the bench. I was always, cheering him on. Like, we didn't know how we'd make it, but we all had dreams of making it somewhere. We weren't the only kids with those dreams. Kids everywhere always hear rap or go to the league. And, even though I wasn't a star player or anything, I just still loved the game. When I was growing up, I always heard stories about how good people were, often from themselves. And to me, it was always funny. Like, no one would ever tell you they were just okay. They were a mid-tier person. The myth always kind of just grew the further away they got from it. And this song is my back in the day reflection on my life in basketball. And what I imagine, athletes think about when they're playing and after they're done with the game. Had I grown up playing football, it could have been about football. But Springfield, Massachusetts has a special connection to basketball where I felt that I was born to do this song and I was the best one to do it. This is another case of me just writing the title Basketball Dreams in my notes and saying that one day I'm going to write a song to that theme. So what happened was I actually wrote this song at my job at the time. I wrote the hook. My boy Ryan Kendrick sang the hook. And this may be my favorite track that we've done together ever. And I was sitting on the beat that I made for this, and I found some beautiful sample. It was like some European orchestral styled music. And I found this drum break that I had, it may have been out of some Pete Rock pack, if I'm not mistaken. And I just couldn't stop listening to that sample, the beat, those drums, and putting it all together. And as I was writing this, I was like, man, I don't know if I had the right beat. And then I remembered, I did actually have that beat. And it was like, holy shit, this is like a landmine right here that I have that I'm just not throwing out to the world. And I think it's a beautiful song. It's a very reflective song, and it's a song I'm very proud of, and hope you guys can get something out of it as well. Hopefully it relates to what you know about as an athlete or a former athlete, and it gives up a lot of my advice to athletes in that position. Don't miss like the lessons that are in the game, and talking about making fun of the whole back in my day thing, and telling people to keep it real, or at least I'm keeping it real on the song. So shouting out a lot of my old teammates, and just putting a nice little bow on how I feel about my journey in basketball. Anyway, my name is Rich, and that's what inspired Basketball Dreams. I'm up out of here. Peace.